Some of the doctors said I might not be able to walk. Others said I might not be able to ride a bike on 2 wheels. A neurologist said I might not ever drive a car. But when you're determined to beat the odds and you have the right support, anything is possible. At first, everything seemed okay. I was my parents' firstborn. Family and friends came to welcome me and congratulate my parents. But on the 3rd night, things got a little crazy. I stopped breathing. I came back to life in the NICU, also known as the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. At first, they didn't know why I stopped breathing, but after running a bunch of tests, it turns out that I had a stroke. Nobody could believe it. They thought only old people had strokes. The doctors weren't sure if I'd ever walk or talk, because the part of my brain that was affected controlled motor, balance, and vision, the occipital lobe. I wound up having seizures, suffered from low blood sugar, and got a bad infection. A month later, I was finally ready to get out of there and go home. It must have been scary for my parents to bring me home from the hospital. For my first month of life, nurses and doctors were constantly monitoring me. Now we were on our own. I got early intervention, physical and occupational therapy to get me up to the same level as other kids my age. I started to walk just before my first birthday. That was an amazing accomplishment because the doctor said I might not ever be able to walk, and I did before other kids my own age. The seizures didn't go away at first and would happen at the strangest times.
Andrew!
Learning to balance was definitely harder for me than others when it came to riding a scooter or bike. It's tough when all the other kids on the block are riding on 2 wheels and you're still on training wheels, but around my 11th birthday, I finally got the hang of it. I love to play sports, but because of my eye-hand coordination, being a part of a team was always difficult. I finally found my place on basketball teams with coaches who understood me and gave me a chance to succeed. I played baseball in the Little League Challenger division that accommodates players ages 4 to 18 with special needs. I even wound up being a player coach in my senior year of high school. Because I received so many services over the years which helped me succeed, I learned you can't just be a taker in life, you need to give as well. Giving back to others is really meaningful. In high school, I got involved in something called Creative Readers. I had a buddy, a young kid with a disability, and we'd read a book or do an activity together. It was rewarding to be a mentor. For most high school kids, picking a college is pretty stressful, but for people with special needs, it's even harder. There are fewer choices, you have to find schools that have support programs, and in my case, ones that were SAT, ACT optional. I looked at schools that were close to where I lived, some that were less than an hour away, and others that were a few hours away. The irony is that the place I decided to go was the only school I needed to fly back and forth to. That was Lynn University in Florida. I never lived away from home before, but the thought of being independent for the first time was really exciting. I really wanted to major in sports management, but I was told there was a lot of statistics and heavy math involved. Not my strongest area, so I decided to make that my minor instead. My major became film and TV production. I learned about developing scripts, storyboarding, planning productions, marketing, editing, and post-production. On the sports management side, I learned about governance, sports law, sports marketing, event planning, and sales. At first, I was part of the Institute for Achievement and Learning. a program that offers support to those with varying special needs. But after my second year at Lynn, I decided to continue without it. I still had help from a tutor at home that had been working with me since high school, but at that point, I was much more independent. Stepping outside the box, I'm amazed at how much I've been able to accomplish. This is the place where it all started.
Looking back, I've been very lucky to have a family that's loved and supported me. Teachers and therapists that had the patience, believed, and pushed me very hard. The college experience that prepared me for the field that I love, like film and television, audio production, and sports management. I've gained independence during my college career as well. I became a leader in my fraternity, holding many positions, made lifelong friends that I can keep in contact with for the rest of my life. And I've done so many things that were never expected to happen.